Hey, this is Dad Random, and I am over to conquer the Red Mountain today. I like to fly this on a regular basis for practice. It's a really good practice. It highlights the drone's overall ability, and it's just really peaceful and quiet. So we're going to knock it out today, and I hope you enjoy it. This is supposed to be one of my favorite flights, and it's slowly becoming a really good one again. So, all right, be right back after I get set up. All right, looks like we're ready to go. Um, I had to wait a little bit to make sure all my satellites were locked in, that I had plenty, that I had good obstacle avoidance, and let's go. Let's fly. Let's fly the Red Mountain. All right, it's time to fly. Right, launch time. All right, it looks like we are ready to roll. All right, we're heading up. Let's go. All right, we got to get ourselves a shadow to fly inside of. We're also going to test the camera's upward focus and mobility, and of course the sensors. This is the perfect test for all of those features, and I am going to be completely focused on my flight. I'm going to go ahead and change our mode here. I usually fly in normal mode, full sensors, bypass mode, the whole 9 yards. I made the mistake of not checking my. Ooh. This is nimble. That's the one thing that's nice is when you're flying the Mini here, you have to really focus on your forward motion because it doesn't attack vertically very well. I can see the screen pretty good. Looks like we've got good. I did change my C switch. Looks pretty good. Looks like we've got really good exposure. We will stay in. There we go. We got to get that view right there. We got to keep. I always. There we go. We're starting to hit the sensors a little bit. One of the most. Oh wow! Isn't that cool how it's maintaining the upward camera angle? Remember that was a problem with a lot of the birds that I flew in the past. Is we couldn't get this angle here. Remember, we've got sensor help today, so my problem is always trying not to rush the flight. Seems like we're staying in a really good spot. Sensors are chattering. And this flight is much shorter than a lot of people remember. Remember, there's an upwards and a downward episode here of this flight. It's been a while since I've flown inside here. The SE, I think I flew up here. Some of you guys be freaking out with the sensors doing what they do. There's that little tree, that little outgrowth up there. It's kind of cool, kind of a lonely little tree, isn't it? Boy, I stayed extra low today. Wow. Look at that tree. Isn't that cool? That is neat. And we're gonna get up to the top. Wow, she just hauled butt to the top today. Reminds me a lot of the we'll do our pan. Reminds me a lot of the AVATA drones. The AVATA drones just want to power up too. They just didn't want to. I don't want to take my pivot for granted today. See what we can see up here. RC signal is staying very strong. That was one of the issues when you turn or pivot, was that the RC would lose strength as you change the different angles. There's a little glitch right there. As the antennas change their angles, and I'm getting some glitches right there. Told ya. Let's go up. Let's move up a little bit closer to the edge. We can improve that. 1,500 feet, but AGL we're about 25. That's important for you guys that want to fly up. AGL is the important number. Let's get a pan of this side. I always neglect this other side of the shot. Looks like we've got decent exposure today. I want to get this shot way out here. We are sharing the airspace with another airplane, but if he gets this close to the Red Mountain, oh, he's way up there. I'm gonna go up just a little bit so I can get a shot of Pine Mountain, the distance. I'm going to stay right where I'm at. I'm in a good safe spot. It's a great day. A little bit of breeze, slight breeze, probably about 3 to 4 miles an hour. So not as much of a glorious shot during this time of day because we're looking into the rising sun. All right. I loiter for a certain amount of time up top here. Let's get that exposure set down. I want to get a dark exposure for the return trip. Find our down angle and then get that shadow down below. There we go, light it up. And lock it in. Let's see, here we go. Lock in that exposure right there. There we go. All right, we're gonna head down. Let's go. I'm gonna put it in cine mode on the way down so I can have a greater range of my sticks. Drop right in. We've got a lot of contrasting video here. Excellent. I just don't want to turn too much as we drop into our I would say we got a good balance between light and dark right now. At least it looks that way on the screen. It's much more hairy to fly this with the minis, because the minis do not have any kind of obstacle avoidance capability, where these have a great amount. You just got to find your lines. It's kind of like FPV piloting. And you got to know that you have a lot of space to work with. I'm not even reading on the right hand side sensors much, it's mostly the left. There we go. We got a bounce. I always have to wait before making this flight because it takes a lot of concentration, and you have to be in the right frame of mind. You have to have the right day. And you got to have the right things happening. And I'm actually going below the rock I usually make my turn on. Here's kind of an interesting little outcrop here. Kind of like dragon's teeth or something. It's like I'm coming out of the mouth of the dragon. There, looks like one of the teeth. Drop on by there. Oh man, we're pushing the sensor envelope today. All right, let's get up and improve our. First of all, I want to improve my exposure. There we go. And a little bit overexposed down there at the very bottom. And we'll go pick up the trail on the ridge back there. Usually I'm up and down in about 8 minutes. Just gives you an idea of how this flight has been different than other flights in the past. Making use of every single inch of this mountain. %60 of the battery only. I did do a lot of loitering up top. I spent a lot of time up there. This is kind of a fun shot here. If you want to get the parallax view of it. And we're going to go down and finish up. Let's go ahead and get up to the top of the ridge back, see if there shouldn't be anybody climbing today. It's actually not a bad day to make a climb because it is cool, but the end temperature today, in this couple-hour climb, then you got rest stops, you got all that stuff going on when you're making this journey as a climber. We are tracing down the path, and we're heading home. That dark footage will be interesting to see. I tried to just hold a higher resolution so we could get that dark rock as we were coming down. And like I said, we were in cine mode. I decided to drop it down into C mode. Just for control purposes. And one of the things you want to have a lot of throw in your gimbal, especially if you kind of got to feel out how you're flying. This drone tends to move a lot in flight. It's very powerful. Because it's very powerful, it will lurch around. So you gotta really throttle that back by setting up your sticks. All right, we are basically coming into the sun here. Get out of the way. There she is. All right, successfully conquered the Red Mountain. Let's go ahead and, oh man, the gimbal's got nice smooth, let's go like that. Let's see if we can take a picture in there we go. Let's take some photos. Let's go out. Some photos. Let's bring her in. All right, that was another example of putting it into sport mode because it wasn't listening. Okay. And for Dad Random and the Air 3, thanks for watching this flight. A very, very, very excellent stress-free flight today. To the top of the Red Mountain and back successfully. Probably the longest flight I've ever made, and I would say the most accurate flight I've ever made. Accuracy was very high today. Very high accurate flight. So, all right, for Dad Random, later. Have a good one. Fly safe, fly smart. Okay. Don't be afraid to fly. Later. Bye.